Disney version, on the other hand, is a story about a spoiled little princess who already has everything, feels entitled to more, and literally gets everything she ever wanted.
I grew up in an age of the internet where everyone was wrong.
Oh my god, the Little Mermaid is bad, it sucks, Ariel sucks!
And people still argue that. Like, shut up! You're wrong! The Little Mermaid is a masterpiece! Okay, this is a given. It's Disney. Expect good quality animation. Everything is really vibrant, which is prevalent in the musical numbers. There's a lot going on. It's pretty, and it's generally fun. There's also small details in the animation, like the hair movement underwater. It slowly flows around, which is really neat. Then there's that scene where Ariel grabs Eric, and her hand tightly grasps his shirt. Damn! The fact that this movie is animated is a plus. All the animals get to be really expressive and feel natural in that world. Like, look at Sebastian talking to Moat. Now imagine a realistic crab.
She has the most beautiful voice.
It ain't the same.
Now I ain't got too much experience with music criticism, but I do make some music. Mid-music. So, I think the music is fantastic. I already mentioned how the animation helps the musical scenes, but beyond that, they all go hard, especially these three. I'll get back to them later though. They're goated, silly, and have a purpose to exist. Starting off with Grumbo, he's nice and kookily, which is a positive. But you can see how much he really cares about Eric. Yeah, he wants Eric to get married, but he still wants him to find a woman he actually loves. That's why he ain't too pissed off when Eric doesn't want to marry that one rando from the beginning. Bro's just a wholesome boomer who wants his not son to settle down. As for Eric, he's nice. He looks like Dave from Alvin and the Chipmunks, but he's nice. His relationship with Ariel is also nice. Nice.
Yeah, there ain't too much to him other than that. But at least he does something.
Flounder and Scuttle function similarly to each other. They're kookily animals that show and build Ariel's character. Flounder exemplifies Ariel's good qualities. Like she's caring, shown when she risks losing her thingamabobs to save him. He also sticks with her through it all, despite being a guppy.
Oh, guppy?
Scuttle helps build her curiosity, with him explaining all them doodads she collects. He's also stupid, but he's well-meaning. Appreciate the fact that he tries. Both of them also help Ariel save Eric. Then there's Sebastian. He's a silly little guy, which makes him a good tool for comedic relief. Like, look at his silly face. Or anytime he gets abused. Beyond that, they do a good job showing his importance to King Trident and Ariel. The king trusted him to watch over his daughter, and he wasn't even being mean when he asked him to do it. Then with Ariel, he's strict with her, but he really does care for her. Bro literally helps her get laid. Also, his job was just to watch over her. But the fact it becomes helping her become happy? That's just Kino.
Not to mention the songs are fire.
And finally, King Trident. He's just a dad. A worried, caring dad. Like, look how happy he is when he learns Ariel's in love. No real dad would do that. They would kill their daughter's crush. Not to mention he immediately regrets destroying Ariel's gizmos, and then shows more remorse later down the line. He cares about his daughter's happiness, which becomes especially true when he sacrifices himself to set her free. He's just an overprotective dad, but deep down, he cares for his daughter. Crazy how The Little Mermaid has one of the best Disney villains. And Ursula. Ursula's pretty entertaining, plus she serves her purpose in the story. She wants Trident's power, she uses Ariel to get it, and she has to fuck with Ariel's relationship with Eric to ensure success. It's simple and effective. Also, she has those homunculoid things in her entrance, which does show how intimidating and threatening she can be, because those things are scary, and she's one scary woman. So this Disney movie does something pretty Kino. It's an old Disney princess movie that actually builds a romance. Don't get me wrong, I like Snow White, and I love Cinderella. And I don't want to talk about this one. But they didn't really build a romance with the lead and the prince. The Little Mermaid does, though. Does it pretty good. We see Eric become acquainted and learn to like Ariel. Like anytime she does a quirky thing, we see how he positively responds. Not to mention he likes her curiosity and just how passionate she can be. Also, she did save his life, but he doesn't know that yet, so... On Ariel's side, Eric symbolizes her wants. So, good on her! I'll explain that idea later. It's just a nice, wholesome relationship. And it kick-started other Disney princess movies to have developed romances. And ain't that a good thing? She's nice. Yeah, there's more to her. But yeah, she's nice. Once again, she would rather save Flounder than save her thingamajigs. And Ariel sure do love her doohickeys. She's also a little quirky. Anytime she uses a whatchamacallit in the human world, it leads to silly outcomes. Like, that's not how you use one of those, you dumbass! But every complaint about this movie seems to be directed at her character. She doesn't do anything but whine, and she gives up her voice for a man. That's sexist. And she's just annoying. Anyone who says that is stupid. The idea that she's annoying stems from two ideas. She's quirky, and she's a teenage girl. For starters, people tend to hate quirky girls. Unless they look like this. Yeah, every guy will let her ruin their lives. It's dumb. Her quirkiness doesn't come off as dickish. It's more unaware. As for the fact that she's a teenage girl, she's a teenage girl. She's written like one. She doesn't know everything, and that's fine. It's just popular to hate on teenage girls, because they obsess over things like Twilight or actual serial killers. Just stop projecting your generalized feelings onto a fictional teenage girl. Ya incels. The claim she doesn't do anything except whine is blatantly false. Ariel isn't complacent in the events in her life. She collects which gets her interested in the real world. She purposefully helps Eric. She purposefully meets Ursula. And finally, she goes to save Eric from his mind control. Ariel has an active role in this story. She works for what she wants. Eric saving her at the end is an amalgamation of his love for her. And Triton making her human at the end is because he loves her. And finally, the idea that she gives up her voice for a man goes against the point of the story. Ariel doesn't give up her voice for Eric. She gives her voice up to experience human culture. That's what Eric symbolizes. Looking at her I Want song, the best song in the movie, she clearly states her desires. She wants the human experience. She wants to understand human culture. She wants to be part of your world. Just the way she appreciates something as minute as a dingle hopper, which, I don't know if you knew this, but is actually a spoon, shows how infatuated she is with human life. She appreciates the little things, which makes her want to be human. And not once in her I Want song does she ever mention a man. Until the reprise, but isn't being in love also a part of being human? But that leads into another idea. The importance of her I Want song. I Want songs are always important, as they show the lead's goal. But the Little Mermaid uses reprises to show the growth in her wants. The first one states how she wants to revel in human culture. The second one states how she'll get into human culture. And the third one states how she finally met her goal. It's simple, but clean. Also, there's that montage of her exploring the town with Eric, which shows her infatuation with all the random shit going on, showing her enjoyment of the human experience. So, yeah. More proof it ain't about a man. The Little Mermaid is very simple. Simple, yet effective. And I just love it. It has to be in my top 10 Disney films. I wish people didn't misconstrue the story. It's not a perfect movie, but it's not bad. I hope people can learn to appreciate this masterpiece. Because deep down, this movie is about loving being human. Sure do hope the remake ain't shit.